Jonathan Majors was arrested supposedly for a domestic situation with his girlfriend. All right. And before I get started, I want to say that the reason I'm making this shit, actually, I have a number of reasons, but one of the reasons I'm making this because I already seen a bunch of videos where people are talking about, oh, Marvel, the MCU is ruined because he got arrested for domestic situation, and they can't keep him as Kang. They have to like put him. They have to like recast or something because uh he's now got a criminal record and all this shit. And I just say Ezra Miller. All right, Ezra Miller, the Flash, who went on the run with a young non-binary individual. Well, that's the best way I can describe it. I don't want nobody from the alternative community coming over here, run their mouth in my comment section. So we have Jonathan Majors here, and supposedly the story is that he was out with his girlfriend, and he got like some a text or something from a woman, and she noticed it, and she was trying to like look at his phone. He got mad, and they had words, and he slapped her in the face. Okay, slapped her in the face. And, you know, no one's. I don't think there's any witnesses or anything. The details are sketchy, but the following day she filed a police report, and he was taken into custody, and I think released already, and he already has his legal team in place. All right, so he'll be okay. He's already a millionaire, stuff. Uh, all she can really do, if he don't catch a case or not, is try to sue him for, abuse or something. Sue him. And there's always a finesse. There's always a fucking finesse with these goddamn women and shit. I don't know if he did it or not, but I'm just here to talk about. I want to talk to these young kings about these women and shit. You have to keep them at arm's length, and you have to keep them on the periphery of your circle. You cannot have it's too risky having them right up under you. Okay, you got to keep them, at the periphery. And if you're dealing with multiple women, you have to make sure that you let that woman know that you're dealing with multiple women. Okay, all right. If you're even in that situation, you're supposedly a high value person, so she should just take it as granted that she's socially polyamorous and shit the minute she starts dating you because you have options. And the reason she's dating you is because she thinks you have options or whatnot. And she's throwing her hat in the ring. A lot of women, they don't realize this, but they are an insurance liability to a successful man and shit, okay? It's not so much what you're bringing to the table, it's what you're capable of doing to that table and shit once you get right up under his wing and shit. You can stick the knife in, or they'll probably ride your carpet, ride your coattails until you flame out and shit. Right now he's the hottest thing in Hollywood and shit, so that's why a lot of people are all over his ass, especially since this. He's been he's been arrested. For a domestic situation. They'll reprove he's innocent. It don't matter though, because like TMZ and all them assholes was already on it. So now he's gonna be tainted and shit. See what I'm talking about, young kings? You gotta solidify your status and your economic your economic viability. You gotta be at your peak and shit. Before you even think about dealing with some woman long term and calling them a fucking girlfriend and everything, because they can ruin you very like several different ways. They can ruin your ass and shit. Okay, but generally this is the marching orders for some of these misandrous females out there. Whether they want to admit it or not and shit. They want to destroy you if you don't snap the form and shit. You'll do what they want you to do and shit. Okay, it don't matter what you think about the relationship to them. It's what they think the relationship it is. And if you don't do what they say, they're gonna find a way to give you the business. Okay, usually it's through proxy violence, which I feel should be a felony offense and shit. Okay, I think proxy violence should be a felony offense. Okay, punishable by law. And if he's innocent, I would like him to sue the woman for a couple of $1,000,000. Okay, like big. I think all these dudes that get in this situation, these successful guys with money and means, should retain a lawyer at all times and shit. And a non-disclosure form should always be in the mix. Okay, I'm like, hey, the females want to make this shit about they want to make relationships something that's supposed to be organic. like some kind of business deal and shit. Okay, that's why they want to get paid. They want to get paid for their time. You talk to them, really, that's what it boils down to. Oh well, he was with me and blah blah blah, and he had a slice of cake and shit and some peach leaf, and that's worth this much to me. So I say, fuck it, treat them how they want to be treated and shit, and just know that you need to keep them at arm's distance and shit. No one's really safe. You don't know what someone is capable of doing it until they actually do it to you and shit. All right. I want you to. I really want you guys to, look. Make sure you're looking over your shoulder. Okay. Making sure you're looking in the side mirrors. You never know who's creeping up on you. And me personally and shit, I wouldn't even have. If you're having a casual relationship or some kind of medium casual relationship, I wouldn't have them in my house. Okay, don't let them know where you live. They can do all kind of shit to you. Don't tell them where you work or nothing. Okay, you can make conversation. A lot of these trifling females, I don't know what the fuck they talk about. Other than their appearance and shit, and shit like that. Frivolous bullshit. So you engage in kind, and you remember, like, when you're in this relationship with these women and shit, and you could call this a girlfriend and shit. Does she have as much to lose as you do? All right. If she does, then maybe you can roll the dice and shit if you want to. I wouldn't do that, honestly. But I just want to let you know that, it sucks. It sucks that you could, you know, scratch and claw and climb up that ladder, break that glass barrier over your head and get up into the spotlight. And then something really grimy, nasty, a female used panties, draped over your fucking head can drag you right back down that ladder again into the abyss. Okay. As far as Jonathan Majors is concerned, I just see him as an employee in Hollywood. Okay, I don't take anything he says with any kind of gravity or anything, especially after looking at that weird photo shoot where he looks largely effeminate. I'm tired of that rhetoric and shit, and that kind of propaganda. So it is what it is. Okay, it's one man to another. I'd like him to get out of this shit if he's innocent, and and sue the living shit out of her in multiple courts. Sue her fucking ass. She lying and she doing this shit trying to control you because you had a string of bitches and shit. Then she's subject to some legal blowback and shit. Okay, and get all in her ass and shit. Okay, expose her. I want to know her fucking identity and shit. I'm not sure about it right now. Some people say it's a Caucasian woman. We don't know. They all do the same shit. That's why I trip on some dudes talking about like, preference and all this shit. When I've been around the block a couple of times and it's just, the same car with a different coat of paint.
Come on, man.
Please.
No.
Please. Get in your feet.
No.
Please. Please.
Come on, man.
Please. Please. I'm
Stop.
sorry. Please.
Get up, man. Get
Please. 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 Please.
No.
Please.
Stop, man.
Please.
No.
Please. Please.
Let me go.